New York Giants, baby. There's the team that has a better record than the Super Bowl champs, the LA Rams. B-Leaguers, here we are, week 4 review, week 5 preview, and of last week, the absolute bedsheet of the week goes to our current champ, Frothy, who was in a matchup he should have been really competitive with against Matt, and he got absolutely smoked. Didn't help that Tua was doing his best gang signs. The performance of the week is going to go to DJ. Great score there, absolutely smashed it, and did really well. So well done, congratulations. And as I've just put up, it just shows you with Giles being 0-4 and currently in a playoff position because he has been scoring well, that you just need to keep ticking along, put out your best team, and who knows, you might find yourself in the playoff positions. And we've seen a few champs before that have come in quite low down in the rankings, and the players just clicked in those weeks, and they've become the champs. So on to this week. Some great matchups. Really enjoying this week. This is one to really look forward to. First matchup is Grant against Grant's stepdad, Najee by nature, against Ever Made Love to a Man. I haven't. I've made love to a mum, and that's yours. Looking at this matchup, look, Dak could be back, and that's a big one. Obviously, he's just lost Banjo Patterson, but I'm pretty sure both of these teams are going to be going over 300 points, so it's going to be a big matchup. Grant, who amazingly drafted a running back in the IDP draft, has somehow been able to find some of these guns, and he's getting like 30s and 40s out of some of his IDP players. Hashtag welcome committee against class of 22. This is the brothers whose rivalry goes back all the way to when they were playing Monopoly as kids, and we know the story of how Matt was the banker, and he's grown up just to be a wanker. So turned out all those years ago he was collecting $500 bills out of the bank and would often beat Rose. So a great score by Matt last week. This one could go either way. Some of his rookies are really starting to hit their straps now, and he's actually scoring well. And Rose with a really off week last week in terms of his production. He's probably not getting what he wants out of some of his wide receivers that he was hoping in a new situation would be better, like A-Rob. I mean, I own him in another league, and I'm ready just to straight out drop him. So, the champ at a 1-3 record, 4 thin inches, coming up against Rich, who is well and truly into his rebuild mode, working towards 2024. I feel like Frothy's going to get a win here. Rich is, he's got those picks, but he's really now trying to find a team that's going to be competitive and put out those points each week. So it could be a comeback match for Frothy to get himself back in those playoff positions. The worst B-League team ever against Rusty Johnson. After a huge trade last week, Tits is now able to score over 300 points, and probably will be doing that each week. I don't think James is going to get anywhere near 300 points, but who knows? He could have a couple of players that go off for this week. Another huge matchup, the quarterback graveyard against Team 11, the undefeated Team 11, going up against his best mate, who started off hot and was very, very unlucky to lose last week, to score over 300 points and lose. And I was super lucky to have that Hufanga pick 6 intercept. I think that would have been me done without that. So unlucky there. Alex, a tough matchup for you here. As soon as you go up against Justin Herbert and Josh Allen, it all becomes hard. And of course, Jace has those other sort of big hitters there as well, like Cooper Kupp and hey, Rashard Penny. I would like to train him back. Thielen, Dick and Mahomes against a team has no name. The two newbies. This is a good matchup against each other. at some point, Giles's luck has to change, and anytime you've got Mahomes playing, you know, he can go off for 40 or 50 points. You know, Raheem Mostert taking over the RB1 at the Dolphins currently, and a pretty decent play there whilst Swift is out. Look, at some point, you know, you're going to have some big scores out of DJ's players as well. So this is, again, flip of the coin. Knowing Giles is like he'll probably lose on a stat correction. And finally, the 0-4 Pong Knucklers against Frothy 2. Look, I did not think that Owie would be sitting here after a month at 0-4. And I look at his team, you know, Hurts, McCaffrey, Jamar Chase, even Lazard. You know, it's decent, and there are some decent IDP players as well. It just seems to have not clicked for him, so this could be the week. You know, obviously Harrow's been wheeling and dealing and trading away, you know, quarterback, and then obviously had another trade with DJ there. So look, Nick Chubb, great runner. He can obviously go for 30 points as well. Alrighty, if we have a look at the standings, you know, you'd probably say that there's 4 teams in the north all fighting it out for the playoff spots. When we come to the south, though, you could argue that there are 7 teams going for it when you think that Giles is currently one of those playoff spots as the highest scorer outside of the top 3. So everything to play for there. There's definitely a few teams that are working towards their rebuild in the north. All right, boys, good luck for this week, and can't wait for these matchups.